Which of the following muscle provide the heart with pumping ability? That is myocardium. Dash produce the hormone TSH. Thyroid stimulating hormone is produced from pituitary gland. Evaluate the following statements regarding scavenger cells and select the correct option. Scavenger cells in the bone marrow, spleen and liver identify and eliminate red blood cells that have exceeded their usual lifespan. Dash is an anticoagulant generally given to patients to reduce blood clot formation after valve surgery, that is warfarin. Which industry is associated with common occurrence of skin related disease, respiratory disease among its workers, that is chemical industry. Mohan is a 35-year-old individual who has applied for 80 lakh of term insurance for 25 years. His blood tests show elevated ALT and GGT and AST or ALT ratio is closer to 2. What is the most appropriate option for Mohan's case? এখানে যেটা হবে সেটা হলো need to call for details of any liver related ailments or treatment from customer. What is the best description of hemoglobin among the following option? Hemoglobin is a type of protein in the red blood cell. Bhagya is a 39-year-old single mother who works in a corporate office with an annual income of 15 lakh. She has a 8-year-old son and aged parents who are dependent on her. She has also taken a home loan of rupees 30 lakhs. What type of insurance coverage does Bhagya need? এখানে যেটা হবে সেটা all of the above. Which of the following option best describes the term said in insurance terminology, that is transfer of risk? Identify from the following the statement which best describes the term palpitation. Palpitation is the sensation that your heart has skipped a beat. The part of respiratory system which is known for transfer of oxygen to bloodstream is alveoli. Which part of the human body contains the part known as the sclera? Sclera হলো চোখের একটা part, সেজন্য none of the above option are correct. Dash is a risk factor associated with the occupation of an individual and responsible for increasing mortality risk, that is environmental exposure. Which part of the human body is primarily affected by asthma from the given option, that is bronchial tubes? Evaluate the following statements and select the accurate one regarding the underwriting consideration for individuals suffering from acute and chronic bronchitis. An individual with reversible acute bronchitis will surely incur an additional premium. Chronic irreversible bronchitis coupled with a heavy smoking habit is likely to get decline. Option B and C are correct. Evaluate the following statements about white blood cells and choose the correct option. White blood cells carry carbon dioxide to the lungs for purification. White blood cells are produced by the bone marrow. White blood cells protect the body from foreign bodies entering the bloodstream and play an important role in the body's immune process. 1 না 2 এবং 3 এরটা ঠিক হবে। Under what conditions is facultative reinsurance typically utilized? All of the above are correct. Evaluate the following scenarios and identify the correct example of constant extra risk. A person who worked as an X-ray technician for a long time but has now switched to a job with no occupational risk. A new cycle of systematic circulation begins from the part of the heart which is known as left ventricle. Mitali, a 32-year-old woman, experiences seizures and is undergoing treatment. She loses consciousness during these episodes and is on anti-epileptic medication. Her last seizure was 3 years ago. She holds a MBA degree and currently works for a multinational corporation, earning rupees 15 lakhs per annum. She is seeking a sum assured of rupees 7 lakh for 10 years with an annual premium of rupees 80,000. Discuss the best course of action for the underwriter in assessing this application. That is, more details are needed about the last seizure, the treatment available, and a statement from the treating neurologist to understand the current status before making a decision. Among the options provided, which factor is seen as a cause for the high risk morbidity in certain underdeveloped countries? Ineffective immunization programs, political and economic instability, extra risk of transmission of HIV due to poor screening of blood before transfusion. So, all of the above are correct. Which of the following can be classified as a cerebrovascular disease? Option B and C are correct. Which of the following are complications associated with diabetes? Hyperglycemia, athlete's foot, hypoglycemia. All are correct. Identify the correct option by carefully analyzing the following statements regarding KYC norms prescribed by IRDAI. Option B and C are correct. Dash organization is responsible for regulation and licensing of TPS who do not management of medical test, health insurance claim, etc. for insurance companies. That is IRDAI. What is another name for the medical test AST, that is SGOT? What is the function of the vitreous humor in the human eye? That is, it provides constant pressure to maintain the shape of the eyes. Which of the following statement is true with respect to the disease emphysema? That is, shortness of breath is a common symptom of emphysema. Evaluate the following statements regarding the underwriting authority of a life insurance company and its underwriters and select the correct option. এখানে A এবং C correct. Dash is a crucial organ of the human body which is a part of both respiratory and digestive function, that is pharynx. Which of the following medical test is not directly relevant for diagnosis of kidney disease, that is barium swallow? According to the World Health Organization's estimates, what is the projected number of people with diabetes in India by the year 2025? That is 57 million. A life insurance applicant mentioned that he had a history of hyperglycemia about 2 years ago. It persisted for a few months and then disappeared after treatment. All his current medical reports are within normal limits. What is the best option for the underwriter in assessing this risk? That is, the underwriter should call for the old medical records to understand the reason for the hyperglycemia, and a decision can be arrived only after the assessment of the past treatment details. The correct expansion of BMI as per the parameter of health an individual is, that is body mass index. Which of the following option is correct with respect to the cause of diabetes? The cause of diabetes, lack of production of insulin, lack of response of insulin by body. Option B and C are correct. Which description best defines the term peristalsis? Rhythmic wave-like muscle movements in the esophagus to push the food down to the stomach. In the scenario where an individual who had purchased a term plan policy died within 2 years of the policy's commencement, and the nominee is experiencing a delay in the settlement of the claim due to the insurer awaiting approval from the reinsurer, which of the following options is the most appropriate? The primary obligation of settlement of the claims rests with the insurer, and the claimant should follow up with the insurer only through the risk was reinsured. The particular name of the bones of the face around the nose containing hollow space is dash, that is paranasal sinuses. Dash drug is considered as a biguanide, that is metformin. Identify from the following the statement which best describe the location of thyroid gland in a human body, that is lower part of neck in front of windpipe. Which of the following terms best refers to hypertension that is caused by kidney disease, that is secondary hypertension? Apart from the new business stage, in which of the following scenarios is the assessment, selection and classification of lives required to be done by life insurance companies, that is revival of policy and addition of riders? Option B and C are correct. Identify from the following the incorrect statement with respect to a policy taken by HUF. That is, payment of premium of HUF policy can be made by an individual member. Which category of general aviation is associated with the highest percentage of fatal accidents, that is pleasure flying? Which of the following is not a function of the liver, that is secretion of enzymes like analase and lipase to help in digestion? Evaluate the following statements regarding the term syncope and select the correct option. All of the above are correct. Identify from the following eye disorder which generally requires no rating while underwriting for life insurance, that is cataract. Which of the following is a disorder associated with the esophagus in the digestive system, that is GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease?